Toastmasters. It all started with a simple game of hide and seek with my children. I thought I would outsmart my kids and hide in the trunk of an old car in our garage. But it wasn't so funny when I realized I was stuck inside. And just when I was about to panic, I heard a strange noise. The trunk cover cracked open by itself. I pushed the lid and climbed outside. I'm not in my garage anymore. I was standing in the middle of a vast open field, surrounded by nothing but rolling hills and some weird glowing trees. I thought I was kidnapped. I quickly checked the car's key, and to my relief, they were still in ignition. As I started the car and attempted to drive, I realized the car was manual. In my mind, the idea of a manual car was vroom, vroom, vroom. But in reality, when I started the car and attempted to drive, it stalled. After few attempts to drive the car, the impossible happened. The car started flying. Yes, you heard me right. It lifted off the ground. I was zooming through clouds, barely dodging birds, when suddenly I found myself crashing into the middle of a royal banquet. The king, who looked angry, stood up and pointed at me.
You! How dare you interrupt my feast? Off with your head!
Before I could explain myself, I heard someone rushing towards me. When I looked, it was a small duck wearing royal guard suit with a lot of medals attached.
Hold on right there, Your Highness.
This stranger is under my protection. She is a time traveler. And if you so much as lay a finger on her, you will have to face me, Sir Quacklesworth the Brave. The king asked suspiciously,
How do you know that?
Sir Quacklesworth replied confidently, I can tell by her extraordinary arrival. It's clear to me that she is not from this time or this place. The king waved his hand dismissively and said,
Fine, fine. Just keep her away from my food.
As I sighed in relief, a hunchback creature popped out, eyeing the keys in my hand and saying, Shiny keys, so precious, my precious. I pulled my hand back and said, no way, these are mine. Suddenly, the creature attacked me and Sir Quacklesworth pushed me away to save me. Look out! I tripped and fell on my back. I expected my body to hit the cold floor, but instead, my body continued falling as if I was going through a portal. Before I could even process anything, next thing I knew, the world started spinning around me. Next thing I knew, I was back in my garage, sitting in the trunk of the car, with my kids staring at me and giggling, Did you have fun hiding, Mom? I climbed out of the trunk. I felt a bit dizzy. I nodded my head. I said, kids, remind me to never play hide and seek in that car again. As I stood there, I couldn't help but think of what had just happened. Sometimes the most unexpected adventures come from the most mundane places. Remember, life is a wild ride, so buckle up and enjoy the chaos.